Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as Yemen. Now, where we left off, we were in the process of drilling an army, recovering our manpower and preparing a war against Medina, who I believe is still only allied with Mara, and Mara is only allied with Medina and Sind, although we can ignore Sind for the time being. So let's continue to fabricate claims. We need to fabricate one more claim, which will be the few months here of that. Let's go ahead and fabricate a claim on these guys as well. Sukutra. I'm just kind of fabricating on all. I want to fabricate on all of their provinces, really. Wait, I fabricated on Sukutra. Wait, what? Did I read that right? They don't have a oh, right, that was this little island province here. Ah. Speaking of an island province, that means I'm going to need at least one CoG. Oh, I don't have enough sailors to recruit. Yes, you may have this. Let's go ahead and plop down another one of these here because I want the sailors. And hopefully that will allow me to actually gain sailors per month now. So that I can actually support. I really don't want to take a stability hit here. I tell you what I'll do. I don't want to take a loan either, so I'm going to debase my currency. Bribe an advisor. And then we're going to root out corruption pretty heavily here. There, at that level. Need to get this reduced. I'm just getting hit with... like, seriously, I'm getting hit with negative event, negative event, negative event, negative event. It's really brutal here. It's completely targeting my cash as well. I feel like ever since I got rid of an advisor and I started making like a little bit of money, the game was just like, you're not allowed to make money, and then it just gives me all of the events that potentially cripple my income. Jesus Christ, Ironman, be a little bit nicer, eh? No longer eligible leader, okay. Or trade league, rather. We could build yet another infantry. I think we'll just sit on one under the force limit for a little bit of time here, because my cash flow is just brutal. Yeah, I need to bring this down. So, let's see. We could disfavor the Sufis again and gain another 10% administrative tech cost reduction. We would get yearly legitimacy. We would move towards legalism. Or we could potentially let us seek guidance at this holy place and get +2 tax income in Zabid for the rest of the game. It would move us away from mysticism, but we should be able to move back towards it, or move us away from legalism, which would hurt us a little bit here, but we would be able to move towards it again in the not too distant future. I think I'm going to take the... +2 for the rest of the game thing. It's a long-term benefit, right? Sufi Shrine. It hurts my autonomy, but like I'm at peace and I have an Ikta government and I have a local nobility. Local nobility? Is that from the aristocratic ideas? Yes. Very nice. I think I may pick up serfdom here for my next tech, and I think I almost certainly will, actually. I need to get this corruption down. This is really brutal. Corruption needs to come down. I need to save up cash. I'm trying to get my corruption down. So right now, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get my corruption down. I'm trying to get my manpower up. I'm trying to maintain my power projection, although it may be time to insult a rival or something. What is this madness? All these negative events. Taiz and Al Arid. You run over there. I'm getting like all of the negative events ever. This is bonkers. Where's Al Arid? It's up here, okay. Okay, they weren't ready for me and I smashed them soundly. Ooh, land fire actually isn't too bad. It's not land shock, which it would be amazing, but land fire is not terrible. So you're still disloyal, but that is going away quickly. What's our mission? Incorporate Hormuz into our country. That would be tempting, actually. Would make me really big and scary. Right, we took those on. Let's go ahead and drill this army. I mean, there is something to be said for not drilling my army and then just putting my army maintenance down. Like, what if I just turned off army maintenance for a while and just focused on rooting out corruption and kind of maybe doing improved relations would be okay. I think we're going to try and just focus a little bit of time here on stability. So I'm not going to be drilling my army, as good as it would be to be able to do that. We're going to spend a bit of time focusing on getting rid of this corruption, because right now it's just brutal. It's too much. Needs to come down. Definitely needs to come down, in my opinion. It's hurting me in too many places. Let's go ahead and fabricate the claim in Al Gadia. There we go. And then one more claim over here. So let's have a look at the old diplomatic map mode. Excellent. So we just need one more claim there. And we need a couple more claims over here. Conquer Beja. Where's Beja? Beja. That would be nice to go for that. I could also incorporate Hormuz. We're getting close to the point where we could form Arabia. In terms of tech. Like, we're not too far away from that. But we do need to, we do have a few things to do to get there. When is our next ICTA government thing? It is in December, in 10 years. Okay. So we won't incorporate Hormuz for another 10 years. We'll probably do that. Do the next one and then we'll incorporate them maybe. Although if I incorporated Hormuz, I could vassalize Mara or Medina. I could vassalize Mara or Medina. I could vassalize Medina. Ooh, I like that. Although if I incorporate Hormuz, that means I do get a lot of Shia land, and then I lose the option to potentially get the school here of Jafari from them. But I do need to get my piety down if I'm going to do that. So maybe we'll, and since I plan on pretty much staying at high legalism for the rest of the game because of the tech cost reduction. Oh, I'm tempted to, I could pull corruption down here. It would cost me a lot here. But it would pull corruption down. It would cost me a lot of manpower and a lot of cash. I don't think it's worth it. But I tell you what I will do. I think I'm going to incorporate, I think I've made a decision. I'm going to incorporate Hormuz. Because I don't plan on ever actually having low piety to the point where I could have their school. So let's go ahead and improve relations with them for a little bit of time. Get the annexation process going. I'll take the mission to incorporate Hormuz. Okay, then I'll wait until this is a little bit over 190, I guess. We're getting our corruption down, which is good. I wonder, does corruption affect how much it costs to annex a vassal? It doesn't seem to, which is interesting. Little loophole there. Compromise spy defense, lose 10 prestige. I don't think I want to lose prestige, because prestige is actually really, really helpful for things like morale, mercenary costs, legitimacy, relations improvement, institution embracement, all that sort of stuff. So speaking of these guys, I could demand military support here, but they would not be happy. I'd have to wait until I can call a diet in a couple of years. I'd like to call diet and then demand military support, I think. So let's recall this guy and then start the annexation process. It'll take me a bunch of years. Oh man, I could potentially time it with this, so I'm going to wait a while. Actually, I've changed my mind now. We're going to wait so that we will start the annexation process, and then just as we roll over here for the efficient tax farming, we'll get the benefit of having them as a vassal, and then we'll annex them a few months after we click the button. Move towards legalism. Again, I like the cash, I like the manpower and stuff like that. Okay, that's ticking down nicely. So I think we'll wait until we're in like a couple months or something. We'll wait until we're in 16, and then maybe that'll work out nicely. Plus, the Age of Discovery is ending here, and we're going to be making some new things. Enables religious conflicts. Exciting. I can't wait for this to happen. Can't wait for the world to be embroiled in religious war. So it looks like Protestantism is pretty entrenched. It looks like it was taken by these three sort of North German provinces. Maybe East Dutch as well, a little bit in here. Good stuff. I'm interested to see how this all comes out. I'm interested to see how this all pans out in terms of the empire. Will the Holy Roman Empire become a Protestant empire? Alright, here we are, the Age of Reformation. From east to west, this is the age of religious conviction, debates, and mass movements. In Europe, Protestantism is entrenched, while millenarianism takes hold of Iran, and religious syncretism shapes Indian society, enables religious conflicts. So let's have a look here. Join the Reformation, so we have to be Protestant to reform. That's not going to happen. Fully embrace either humanism or the religious idea group. Okay. Convert provinces. Convert at least 10 provinces to your faith. Okay. Have several colonial nations as subjects. Convert another. Force another nation to change their religion to yours, either through war, subject interaction, or enforcing unity. That could be an easy one for me to get, because I could totally talk to Hormuz right now and say it would make them really unhappy, and I wouldn't be able to take them over for a while unless I also placated rulers. But it would net me this goal here. Trading spices, China wears silk, unified culture, owns all Levantine provinces. Ooh, so that's kind of like a good goal. That's not going to happen with Turkish in here. So I'm tempted to get this ticking up, because there's a lot of really nice ones here. For example, resistance to Reformation, plus 90%. There's also the coastal blockade impact on siege, plus 1. Coastal barrage, religious wars, war score versus other religions, minus 25%. That's cost. Mercenary discipline, ooh. Ship trade power propagation, ooh. Institution spread in true faith provinces, plus 50%. That would be really amazing. Prestigious conversions, prestige per development from missionary. It's an interesting idea. I think what we're going to do is we're going to convert Hormuz, and we'll keep them around for a while. Oh man, Yeah, you know what? It's worth it to do it, I think. We'll enforce my religion, and then we'll spend some prestige to placate the local rulers. And that should tick down relatively quickly. Oh wait, placating was a mistake actually. I just spent a bunch of prestige and it's actually going to tick down at the same rate, so this is just going to stay neutral for a long time. Ah, I see. This was definitely a mistake. Okay. We're building up cash right now. We're getting rid of our corruption. Let's go ahead and fabricate on another province. Okay, so we have fabricated all of the claims that we can, I think, right? Yep. So who are we going to take as our vassal? I think we're going to take Medina as our vassal. Are they small enough? Well, I know we're going to be declaring the war on them. Oh, they got another ally. Funge, which is all the way over here. That's fine. So let's get war declared on Medina. We have a decent chunk of manpower. We can delay the annexation of our vassal for a while. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't even worry about it. So let's bring our army maintenance up. Let's bring our corruption burning down a little bit. 4% corruption is, you know, more reasonable. Let's see, how much more are we paying? We're paying quite a bit for reinforcements, so I'll spend about that much on corruption reduction. So let's pick up pragmatism here. We want to get to the all-important scientific revolution. We won't be taking a tech until we have that. Speaking of which, could I talk to the Ulema? I can't do it again for another few years. How about you guys? I need to wait for the diet in a year or two. Military access, yep. Military access, yep. Military access, yep. Looks like a big war just broke out over here. Ah, yes, Mara is called into another war. Amazing. Let's pull back this diplomat and get ready to start the war. Invest in a new idea. Yeah, since I'm not going to be taking another idea until I get the scientific revolution, or another tech until I get that, I'll take the serfdom. This will give me a big old chunk of manpower. And we got global trade power, which is quite nice. So that should, in theory, next month see my income jump up a little bit. Oop, yeah, there we go. So let's get started. Mara will answer the call. None of these guys need to answer the call because I don't care about them. I should be able to punch these guys out relatively quickly. Let's go ahead and get started. Now this will move me away from legalism, which hurts a little bit, but that's fine. I think we'll put Jabal Shamar as the war goal. We'll go down to speed 3 and we'll spend a bit of time here directing the war. So we want to see, there's his unit, so we're going to detach a siege here. Let's make sure we don't get caught in there. I'll take a little bit of a... I don't want to lose this. I'll take a little bit of an opinion hit with it all. It's fine. Okay, we should be able to catch these guys, right? Yes, so we have caught them. They should be there in Cottsville, and they'll be getting killed. Okay, excellent. This should be basically a wipe, actually. Probably not a full stack wipe. Oh, it is. There we go. Full stack wipe. Go ahead and grab Al-Ula. This little army thinks it's smart, but we'll be taking it on pretty quickly. Oman is doing its job pretty well. So let's detach there. Let's go there. We'll also be detaching a siege here. Let's shift, consolidate, detach, and then head over there. The main thing is we just don't want him to be able to recruit units, is really the big thing. So I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to try and conquer him or vassalize him. We'll kind of have to think about that. We could build buildings. I do still have a really good production province in Adan here that I'm going to want to get. Because these are the ones that are producing coffee and stuff like that. So there's amazing potential here for cash. We'll see. Not yet, though. I am tempted to debase my currency further and invest. We'll see, though. So let's shift consolidate and then detach a siege. And then we'll just sit over here in Jabal Shammar. Unfortunately, the devastation here is painful. But we're at positive stability and we have prosperity in like most of our territory. Like we're really close to getting prosperity in most of our territory. We'll lose a little bit over here due to the Jabal Shammar thing, but that's okay. They're getting sieged down, that's fine. So we already have this guy fully sieged, essentially. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab my leader here in a cavalry unit. Let's see if we can't do this. Did I do that right? No, I did it wrong, sorry. I wish I could just pick... I wish he could just be his own little unit if he had his own little regiment. You know what? Leaders should have their own little regiment that you can move around optionally. To detach them from armies rather than have to detach them to it like a thingy. But yeah, there we go. So we almost have enough to get a Diplotech. I think I'm not interested in getting a Diplotech thing until I get Scientific Revolution. So what I'm probably going to do is spend it on development here. And if I go in here, right, construction costs are reduced. There's two really good coffee provinces. So if I slapped in local development cost, oh, I would really want this to be active. So we'll wait until that comes active to save a bit of money before we put development in there. So have we looted this? We've basically looted it. We'll go loot another province. Hanafi and Hanbali. Aggressive expansion. And we'll see about that. Okay, I think things are going really well for me here. I'm quite satisfied with this state of the game. I feel like we've got... I don't know if we're getting really lucky or I'm playing really well. I've never had a game go this well for me. As much as things have been going wrong, they've also been going incredibly right for me in a lot of ways. It's kind of blowing my mind right now. Because usually I have really terrible games and things do not go well. Okay, so we pulled all the loot out of there. Let's go pull the loot out of this. Al-Ula. Now, Hormuz is still disloyal, but that should tick down slowly. I feel stupid that I spent my prestige. It's the sort of mistake that you make once, right? And then you never make it again. Okay, we beat them in this war. Now, I could call Adal. I don't need to call Adal here. I think I've basically won this war already. The real challenge is going to be when I start hitting up against some really big and scary people. Like, I might have to go to war with the Ottomans later. And then the possibility of the Ming explosion, where he, like, takes over all this stuff. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, let's just get this province. Come on, get this province siege down. What's going on here? 31-day siege? Battle of the Gulf out of Aden. We took on another thingy. Yeah, you guys should go home. Mission settings. Repair threshold is slightly damaged. Any damage at all. Okay, we took on Medina. No, not any damage. I think more reasonable. More reasonable would be slight damage. So let's get these armies united. He does have some maneuver, so he will lower the weight of the army, so it won't take quite as much attrition. and then we can start heading over here to take this guy on. But I think I'm going to call that the end of this episode. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel, and remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that though, I want to say I love you all very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!